I know secretly people don't want to play with Arsenal. We have one of the best defenses in the world. We do counter pressing. Like when you're playing with Arsenal, you're just, I don't know, you're going to take like an energy shot or you're going to sleep because you know that the day you're playing Arsenal, you're going to run. You're going to have Gabriel on your ass breathing fire. Like when you just touch the ball, he's there. Mr. Aggressive, bro. He's going to shake you.
Bro, you're vexed.
I have no fear, man. I'm vexed, man. Guys are talking shit. Guys have been talking shit. Guys have been talking shit.
I said reckless talk, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in salt. I'm a real one, check my fabric. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way up. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way up. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play.
All right, so morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, Don from Kenya Goodness TV, and we are here with an interesting new show. We're calling the Ghana's Galore. I'm here, John with Kwame. I'm seeing we have guys live on Facebook. Let me know you're watching from on Facebook. Soon we'll be going live on YouTube. But Kwame, man, this is our first ever podcast, the Ghana's Galore podcast, episode 1. So in here, we're going to be talking about Arsenal, updates regarding Arsenal, anything Arsenal. So Kwame, first of all, man, welcome to the show. What do you make of it? Are you excited about this new show?
Man, extremely excited. The Kenya Gunners is growing. We're looking forward to producing quality content for football lovers, and not just like going in front of a camera and just talking. We want to give you quality viewership and
Right.
for people who love sport. I think you'll love it. So these are good times. Just trust God that now moving forward, we'll get better and better. Would like your honest criticism and all that, so that we could grow together.
We make the show better. We make the show better because this show is yours. This show is for Kenya Gunners TV, and not only Kenya Gunners, any Gunner outside there. All right. So Kwame, first things first.
Yeah.
Today you do know that you're meeting Man City this weekend. That should be the first segment of our discussion in this topic. Man, say it's a game that I'm looking forward to. It's a game that I'm sure everybody's looking up to. I mean, we beat these guys twice this season. Are you confident coming into this game?
I am extremely confident, but wary, but very, very confident. I think we've gone through so many experiences that this is the perfect timing. Like all the mountains, when they say the mountain has come to Muhammad, like this is the time where all the big things that we wanted to do, we have done. That is beating City twice in the same season. I don't remember the last time seeing that, right? The last time we were on Champions League, let alone quarterfinals. We've broken so many records. There are teams that used to give us trouble, the Evertons, like Liverpool's, like all those things, all those mental blocks are out of the way. So now it is just down to tactics. They say apprentice, genius meets apprentice, or is it apprentice meets the genius? Yeah. So Arteta is the apprentice, had been the apprentice, and Pep has been the genius, and now the apprentice has beaten the genius twice. But beating the last time, it's been so long since Man City has lost at home. I think, is it 22 games or something like that? They have a crazy record, home record.
100%.
Yeah. So that's a new mental block we need to take care of. But then again, De Bruyne is not playing. He's not himself. Haaland doesn't play the same way with De Bruyne. With De Bruyne not in the best form. So I think Mikel Arteta is smart enough. We've had so much time. Sometimes time is good and bad. It's bad when you don't have much fitness, but you see we have some of our best players who are playing international games. So they are fresh. They're not like it would have been bad if they were just somewhere on holiday, right? And then I know like the parties of this world, the Tomiyasu, Jesus, Rhys Nelson, whoever was left back, I know Arteta has run the ringer on them. Like they have been doing serious work because, you know, Man City is Man City. At the end of the day, we have to give them their respect. At the moment, they are the best team in the world. At the moment, they are the best team in the world. They're the last people to win the Champions League. So, and they won a treble. So, but now, Kyle Walker, if you know, Kyle Walker walked off injured in the England game. John Stones yesterday. Also,
you know, pause. Actually, you know, these actually some okay, not in a bad way. One might say it's an interesting news, but it's good news to our ears. But of course, we never wish a player to be injured.
No. I'm just stating facts. I'm stating facts.
No, it's facts. So let me ask this.
Sunday.
I didn't keep up with the game. I didn't keep up. I've not been keeping up with the international friendlies. So you're saying Kyle Walker got an injury in the Belgium game or the Brazil game?
The Brazil game.
And
so he was not. So he was not available for the game yesterday. And then yesterday, John Stones limped off.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I don't recall seeing De Bruyne playing for Belgium.
For Belgium,
I didn't see him. But it could be Pep saying, "Look, because you see, there's a mental game here. Whoever wins, if we win Man City, we will be 4 points clear.
Right.
If Man City beat us, they'll be 2 points ahead. So it's like a mental, because at the moment, arguably, the top two are Arsenal and Man City. So if you clear the top two, that means you have the mental strength to take care of the rest. But I just think sometimes the motivation, if you won a treble, then to come again and win, and you're not playing at your best and you have injuries, I just think that Man City might not have the same drive they had last time, but Pep is Pep. Pep is a genius. That guy is a crazy guy, man. Like, if
Pep
you're not
playing,
Pep is Pep, man. You have to respect him. He's not going to put you in there if you're not playing. And and he's a master motivator. Yeah, so interesting. It's going to be an interesting weekend. Yeah, but I am super confident that Super Arteta is going to shock. He has had a lot of time, almost 3 weeks, just to do game planning. So I'm sure that he did his best. The only thing is that he didn't have his first 11 with him. I know the thing that I'm worried about is burnout for Rice. He played both friendlies the full 90 minutes.
Right.
So if I was Mikel Arteta, I'd make sure, if today is Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'd make sure that he rests for at least 2 days.
Right.
And then now train with him, and then let him play, because he's done a lot of running. That is for Rice now.
Yeah. So anyway, but there has some comment coming in here on Facebook. Sorry, you can't see it by there because I'm not live streaming using this platform here. But somebody is saying, I'm not sure, because he commented saying that it was on an injury. So I'm not sure whether it was referring to Kyle Walker or John Stones. I don't know. But anyway, time will tell. But like you said, man, Pep is Pep. In fact, there's a documentary coming up on Netflix. I'm really looking forward to it about I think the title is The Treble Winners. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what was going on behind the scenes with Man City. But like you say, man, Pep is Pep, and Pep has to be respected. And as much as we're talking about Pep, now let me just deviate Kidogo and I'll just come back to the title race. Remember, in the title race, you still have Liverpool. Liverpool is meeting with Brighton, if I'm not wrong. And let me tell you one thing, but we can't really write off Liverpool. Liverpool, they might not be having the squad depth right now, but those kids, man, actually.
And then they have an easy run, more than both Man City and Arsenal.
100%.
They when you look at the run of games they have, they're not that difficult. Yeah.
Yes. And those kids actually carrying Liverpool. That's one thing you have to give to Klopp. The fact that they've been having injuries. I mean, Liverpool have not been having most of their players. Most of the players have been injured. And one thing that actually proved to me that these guys are still in the title race is when they played Man City. when these guys played Man City had all the experienced players. Rodri, I mean, the Haaland, the De Bruyne, whatever, call it. But funny enough, they gave they drew with Liverpool. They drew with Liverpool, despite the fact that Liverpool not having the best players. So this title is going to be something else. But anyway, now coming back to Man City. The last time I actually beat Man City in the Premier League was 2015, if I'm not before this before the first leg, right?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
2015. So looking at this team, by the way, we've beaten them twice this season. That is in the Community Shield.
Yeah.
We actually won the Community Shield, and then we beat them in the Premier League. So looking at the game we're going to play Man City at the Etihad. Do you have this feeling in you telling me that, I mean, like you say, this is a season of breaking curses? You guys also let me know what you think, but in the comment section, are you confident going into this game? I mean, are you confident, or are you going with respect? I mean, what are you looking
I'm
at?
very confident. I think for us to have the mental edge, they say that when Man City is down 1-0 against the top, mostly top teams in the Premier League, they have a 57% chance of losing the game.
Yeah.
If they score fast, they have an 88% chance of winning. This is statistics. I'm not coming up with it.
Right.
They have an 88% chance of winning if they score fast, and a 57% chance if they go down. Yeah, but their home is a fortress. I think they have not lost at home in 22 games. I think they've had draws, they've had wins, but they rarely lose at home. Yeah. So the Etihad is the Etihad Stadium is a fortress. But I don't want to dwell on the mighty Man City. You know, they ran us down last season. I know there's a fire in our belly as Arsenal fans and as Arsenal to go on over them, because we were 8 points clear, and I don't want to say we threw it. We were the youngest squad in the league. We didn't have experience of the UEFA Champions League. They are learning. They were kids, you see. So and remember, we've been rebuilding. So Man City has strikers. Man City has the midfielders. Man City has defense. You see, for us, even in defenders, we only have two good ones. Maybe even the second string. That's why you're seeing Mikel Arteta is looking for a defender to be able to assist if Saliba gets injured. So you have seen rumors on Diomande, you've seen rumors on some other defenders, because he knows when you're playing several competitions. Now Arsenal is in the running for playing UEFA Champions League, Premier League, and all that. We are not equipped, to be honest. We are not equipped to do Carabao Cup, FA Cup, UEFA Champions League, Premier League. We are not equipped, to be honest. We are just lucky that right now there's only 10 games left in the Premier League, and we are in the quarterfinals, and that's why we've been rebuilding slowly. There are some buys that have not improved at the rate we would have wanted. People like Fabio Vieira, I think he's found the physicality of the Premier League to be, and that's not to say that even Thierry Henry and most of the top players, they take at least a season or a season and a half to just acclimatize to the league. In terms of the running and the physicality and all that. So I'm hoping that, I don't know what Fabio Vieira, he's been looking good in the training, but you see, training and a game, Nketiah is the best player in training. The best player in training. Just like there are those people who they are the best boxers in the gym, right? And they go to the real fight, knockouts. They never survive.
They capitulate.
They fall apart and they don't perform at the level. So I'm hoping that that people like Fabio Vieira, because you see, somebody like the playmaker like Odegaard, I mean, he's so vital to Norway. He's so vital to Arsenal. When he's off form, Arsenal is off form. And you see, it's bad when now the team depends on you so much. And that's what I was saying. We are still, I think we've grown faster. Arsenal has spoiled us. We've grown faster than we are supposed to, because think about it. Saka, there's nobody to replace Saka who's of quality. Reece Nelson is a passenger. He plays very well during training, but when the team when he's given a chance, he just disappears. All the games, notice, apart from the Bournemouth game where he scored the last minute winner and all that, like he gets lost. And the sad thing, he's gifted, but you see, it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. He freezes on the big stage. He freezes. So you see, so now Bukayo has to handle the whole thing. Bukayo, remember, is a child. A child. His age mates with Reece, but Reece, he has a mental block. Like he's so fast, he's skillful and all that, but he's inconsistent. And to play for a Pep team or a Guardiola team, a Mikel Arteta team, you have to be master consistent, and you have to be a mentality monster. You see, like Saliba, he doesn't get phased. The other day, I mean, like I was disappointed when the French coach was saying he doesn't see, like, Saliba makes a lot of mistakes, blah blah blah. The guy is the top 5 defender in the world. I mean, he's hacking it in the whatever in the Premier League. He's the top defender. Before when he went on loan, he was he was the best young player, most improved young player in France. So you know the problem with these old school guys, they're like, I don't want to stuck in him just a kichwa. I don't want to make him too proud. So let me put him down so that he's growing too fast. Yeah, but you see, that worked for people like us, because that's the culture we grew up in. This new generation, you cannot motivate them like that. That's why people like Mourinho, I think Mourinho is one of the most elite coaches. I still respect him, but I think his failure is he's not adapting. What he was doing with Michael Essien and the Drogba's and the players of that generation, they were old school.
So different,
The young guys now, they are guys of video games. They are guys who've not grown up in problems. So now you're coming here and now you're hustling them. And imagine, how do you hustle Saliba? I mean, that guy is flawless. Like, for a young guy who is playing at that level, how many defenders his age are playing at that level in the world right now? How many? 21, 22, 22 years playing that level of football. So that's what I was disappointed. So I know it's been a winding talk, but yes, very confident. I think as a Guna, I don't want to put out there I believe in the energy and the spirits you give. There's a place for criticism, but I'll give Arsenal their flowers. They have qualified for the quarterfinals of the Champions League after 14 years. They've beat Man City twice. If anything, yes, I don't want them to be overconfident, because they can drop the ball. You know, it's like a kid who's been getting A's. Then you keep on telling him, my son, you're bright. And then he drops the ball. He stops studying hard. And then now he fails at the last minute. So because to me, they're like a young back. So I just need to put fire in their belly. And I want to use revenge, not revenge in the negative sense, but revenge in terms of, like, this is a new dawn. There's a new genius in town. The apprentice is now going to topple the genius. And right now, I think out of all the failures we've had, we are just marking off things.
Ticking off the to-do list.
Ticking off all the things. If you've noticed, everything that has been a mental block, we've scrapped it off. Liverpool, they were unbeatable. We drew in Anfield. They used to thrash us 5-0, 4-0, 3-0. We drew and we beat them at home. So I want us to put that out there. Like, you guys are the best. Saliba, don't listen to that useless old coach. In fact, I don't think he's going to survive. You are the best. Stay humble, because I know Arteta is all about humility, hard work, working behind the scenes, talking on the pitch. Guys in the Arsenal, whatever, talk on the pitch. Listen to Arteta. For me, I'm an armchair critic. I read a lot on football, but Arteta and Pep are experts in this thing. So I believe Arteta has a master game plan. It's like the way Klopp used to have one over Pep. Mikel Arteta is also like another Klopp. If there's anyone who knows how to beat Man City, that's what I was telling you. Even in the Champions League, I wanted Man City to beat. What's the team they're playing with? They're playing with Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, So you want them to beat Real Madrid so that we meet up with them again?
I want to meet them because I believe we know them more than Real Madrid. But then there's another side of me that says, look, assume I'm Mike Tyson in my prime. Do I care who's in the ring? Knockout.
You don't care who's in the ring.
Knockout. Whoever you are, I don't care who you are. So long as you're not coming with a gun, we are both using our fists, right? Knockout, bro. And that's the energy we have. Mikel Arteta said we are going to strike fear. We are going to strike fear on everybody. There's people don't like to hear that. You remember the way Atletico Madrid people they have not won, but they're such a difficult team. Nobody wants to play with them.
Yes,
I know secretly people don't want to play with Arsenal. We have one of the best defenses in the world. We do counter pressing. Like when you're playing with Arsenal, you're just, I don't know, you're going to take like an energy shot or you're going to sleep because you know that the day you're playing Arsenal, you're going to run. You're going to have Gabriel on your ass, breathing fire. Like when you just touch the ball, he's there. Mr. Aggressive, bro. He's going to shake you.
Man. Bro, you're vexed.
I have no fear, man. I'm vexed. Actually, guys are talking shit. Guys have been talking shit. My friend, this time we are respectful. And I like that situation where, like, I want us to be like this, like, you know, like the way they say in Swahili, like, usinione paka. Usifikirie mimi ni paka. Usinione hivi unafikiria mimi ni paka. We are a lion, my friend. And if you play around, you know, like those guys in Nat Geo who come, those Muzungus who come to Africa and start playing with the lion and then they die stupidly. That's what Arsenal is right now. You play around with us, you'll just find yourself knocked out and you're wondering, like, hey, have you seen how people are when they're knocked out? When a guy is knocked out and then he's waking up, you know, like he woke up, but he can't remember the last 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. He just remembers entering the ring. He remembers round 1, 2. Then he can't remember the rest. Like we are striking fear. And imagine we are doing all this without a world-class striker. People need to fear Arsenal. If people are listening, people need to fear Arsenal. You know. So that's the energy. That's the energy I want to put out there. I don't want to. You see, like, let me tell you. If I was going to war with you, I was going to war with you figuratively. This is a team sport. This is a sport that most people in the world, the most loved sport in the world, most supported sport in the world, football. So when I'm talking about war, I just mean like, what kind of a player do you want to go with? Do you want that guy is like, oh, Man City is big, oh, they want the treble, oh, Pep is a genius, oh, my friend, if you want to make these young guys go there, they're like, oh, Kyle Walker, you're an old man, you're retiring. I'm retiring you. I am retiring you. I'm going to run you until your legs fall off. My friend, I'm in your face. And I train. They say, Mikel Arteta says that you should train like you play. So the training, I know how Arsenal trains. They train worse than the way. That's why the games become easy. You train like you train worse than the games that you're going to play. Such that when the time you go into the pitch, you fear nobody. Like in the last game we played with Man City, Haaland had 0 shots on target, 0.
I mean, Saliba had him in his pocket.
So that's the thing. And we have, and not only Saliba, even Gabriel, man, they were like kittens. Like they were playing around. Haaland was frustrated. He was throwing himself on the ground. He didn't know what to do. And that's what we want, my friend, to strike fear into our opponents. Strike fear. They see us. You remember the way Barcelona, during when Arsenal was not that good, and would just play Barcelona or AC Milan, and you're just like, shit, Chef, again. Drogba again. You know, like that's the
Robin.
thing. Yeah. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah.
now I want us to strike fear. And once we get a winger to support Saka, because I feel
Yeah.
Saka is overworked. I feel
Yeah.
Odegaard is overworked. I feel Rice is overworked. If we
Mhm.
had Partey and Rice would not have to work too hard. He can either play as a number 6 or as a number 8. And because he has good ball winning qualities,
Yeah.
then we would dominate games without him. Because I feel like Rice plays the game, he's like he's 2 or 3 players in one. The danger with that, and that's something Arsenal is used to doing. When they have, say, one good striker, they
The
put
overworking.
all the pressure, all the work, the same way we overuse Saka, and Reece Nelson is sitting on the bench earning a salary. That's not good. You know, like if you are supposed to compete, everybody should put in the work. Right now, in fact, that's what I hope Mikel has been telling guys. Like, you're playing for a badge, our badge.
Yeah.
You're playing, make yourself known. Let us see your impact. Don't be a passenger.
Yeah.
Reese is a passenger. Nketiah is a passenger. Either play so that you get sold properly at the end of the season, or play so that we keep you. Because right now, Reese Nelson, Smith Rowe, I love those kids so much. They came through the Highland Academy, but they are passengers. Like, they are not affecting games. Yeah, and it's sad. At least for Nketiah, I think Nketiah is just a mid-table guy. It's not that he's bad. He's given us his best. But for Reece Nelson, I think there's a mental block. When they were young, actually, they thought, when they were young, they thought that Reece Nelson would be the one shining
the top academy player.
Yeah, he was the star child.
Yeah,
with the footwork, with the nutmegs and everything. So, and and when you talk to when they're interviewing, if you've listened to the last interviews of most players, when they ask, and I know, don't take this with a pinch of salt. When they ask, who's the best dressed player?
Reece Nelson.
And what does that remind you of? Aubameyang.
Yeah.
We want personalities. Look, we don't care what you wear. You can afford it and all that. But even if you dress well, let's see the results on the pitch. Saka, sometimes I laugh when you went for the short break in the US. I was like, you're so rich, and what are you wearing? The kid is so humble. But he does the business on the field.
On the field,
business on the field. And that's what it's supposed to be about. And if you've noticed about Arteta signings, Tomiyasu, Benjamin White, they are people who don't talk much, but they do their talking on the pitch, and they are loyal. You see? But people like Reece, he wants to look like Fly, he wants to, dress, like that means your mind is not in the right place. Your mind is not if you want to be an elite sports person, you play when you're approaching retirement. You see, the good thing about football retirement is when you're still young, 30, 34, 35. You can only play like Ronaldo if you're super disciplined. The reason why Ronaldo does that is because since the guy started playing in Portugal, that guy trains like a beast. Anybody who's played with Cristiano, they say, fine, Messi is talented and he works hard. But if there's anyone who has achieved a lot because of hard work, and that's why he's had longevity. Because that discipline. Because you see, these guys, for the top teams, they watch what you eat. Like Pep. Pep, he does a blood test every day. When you go, they do a blood test, and they measure your weight. If you're overweight, you pay a fine. So you can't be clever. They're not going to follow you all the time. They expect you to eat the right things and all that. That is if you're an elite sports person. This is not Sunday League football.
And Kwame, just to part in on that, that's the reason why this guy, what's this guy who plays on the guy who competes with the Doku on the left wing side? This guy who's ever getting drunk. What's this guy's name?
Drunk on Arsenal side or on which side?
Man City. This guy who's currently competing with the guy who came from Aston Villa.
Grealish.
Yes, Grealish. And as you see, actually, Grealish right now, but he's having actually a hard time to fit in the squad right now. Because Grealish is he's a party monster. But
you can't
anyway,
Kwame, you can't.
Yeah. But I think we now move on now. back to some facts and back to some, some reality that has been actually kicking on in the, or rather, what has been out there. As much as yes, are facing Man City, this is not the next segment of discussion. As much as we're meeting with Man City, there's some things that we also have to bear in mind. You have some couple of injuries, and it's not really looking good. I mean, we have Saka. Saka pulled out from the England squad. He had an injury.
Yeah.
I've not really read much about his injury. I don't know the extent of his injury. I think actually news has not been out there. It's just, we're basically just told, but he pulled out because he had an injury. Then number two,
Yeah.
we also
We
have
don't know the extent of the injury. Yeah.
we don't know the extent of the injury. Number two, we also have Gabriel Magalhaes, also sustained an injury. I think during the international friendlies, he also pulled out.
Yeah.
By the way, so he's not available. Then, of course, we
Mhm.
have Martinelli, who got injured. I think when they're playing, was it the Premier League? I think he got injured when they're playing the Premier League. When he beat, is it Burnley? Burnley was the team that we beat. Was it Burnley that we beat? No, Sheffield. When he plays
Yeah,
Sheffield, I think that's when Martinelli. Yeah, when he plays Sheffield, that's when Martinelli got an
we
injury.
embarrassed them, and then they were shoving him. I remember there was one time he was thrown like it was a dirty game.
So we have some couple of injuries, and it's not really looking good. Some of the injuries we have are some of our star players. So I think one of the topics, one of the things we've been discussing with you is that we're just one injury away, from capitulating. And I'm hoping and praying that this Gabriel Magalhaes injury is not something serious. I'm just hoping this is one of those injuries that he just gets to shake off. But Gabriel Magalhaes being injured, he's actually going to really have a big ripple effect in our team. But then now looking at it, we have some options when you have some solutions that maybe Mikel Arteta could actually look into. Number one, Kiwior. We know Kiwior, but there is a natural centre back.
Kiwior is one of the most improved. Yeah, because Zinchenko, since he was injured, he's very good in playmaking, in playing as an inverted fullback. But defensively, Kiwior has made us a fortress. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you see, the good thing about injuries, it's not just Arsenal.
Yeah, it's
all
everybody.
Teams are facing injuries. Yeah,
100%.
And now, Kiwior has picked at just the right time.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz now 65 million pounds doesn't seem like too much. The guy just needed the coach to put up his hand around him and tell him, "Look, guy, you're a star."
Yeah.
He's just had bad coaches who've been coaching him badly, didn't understand him, didn't understand his strengths, because that guy can play anywhere. He understands football, and he knows how to, how to use space.
But let me just say this actually before it overbreaks off my mind. I'm telling you, but a player can be ruined by a team. A player can be ruined by a coach. Just look at Kai Havertz. Yes, he's been. I mean, looking at Kai Havertz at Chelsea and looking at Kai Havertz right now by the Arsenal, it's a completely different player. It even gets me thinking, someone like Mudryk, if Mudryk was to come to Arsenal, that time, remember that time when actually bidding for him between him and
with the proper coaching. Yeah,
with the proper coaching. I mean, Mudryk could have been a top player right now. But then now, anyway, you're saying something about the solutions around Gabriel.
Yes.
The
difference between now and last season, we have, you see, when you look at the Arsenal learning curve, sometimes they say adversity is what people learn from. They say pressure makes diamonds. If you know the composition of diamonds, pressure makes diamonds. So for us, going through the losing at the last minute, barely making it to the Champions League, where we were number 5, and then we told ourselves, look, we just missed out on the Champions League because of Tottenham. So all those learnings we've learned, and then people like Tomiyasu came in, who are mentality monsters. It's just the injury record, it is not good. But when you look at Rice, the recruitment team have been careful that they buy people who are durable. Rice is a durable guy. Havertz is a durable guy. If there's one quality that I think Arteta loved, apart from his versatility, is that this guy hardly gets injured. Kai Havertz. So that's also
Right.
another quality that we are bringing on right now that is good. So, of course, the rise of Kiwior. So that means the leakages we used to have with Zinchenko, because players, many of the elite teams, they saw there is the weakness. Zini, the one-on-one, Zini is very bad on one-on-one. Zinchenko is very bad on one-on-ones. Now, with Kiwior there, there's a wall.
But then, Kwame, the question is this. Assuming a situation now we have Gabriel Magalhaes actually, let's just say maybe now, worst case scenario, and God forbid, worst case scenario, but he's done for the season.
So, Tomiyasu has been training.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the
That's
solution probably
different. Yeah. We have, and Tomiyasu, he's been playing center back for Japan.
Yeah.
Right.
So the solution right here, the solution now is we have now the box is going to be Ben White on the right side, then on the center back, the right hand side of the center back, Saliba, and then now for Gabriel position, either Tomiyasu or Kiwior, right?
And then remember, when there was a time there, Mikel Arteta was not playing Gabriel. We don't know whether he was injured. You know, sometimes clubs have many players nurse injuries. If you talk to a footballer who's retired, they will tell you over the course of their life, they have injuries, but the teams don't publicize so much because the defenders start targeting them. Because they know this guy has an issue with the left foot. These guys have an issue with the left or right foot. So they try to conceal as much as they can regarding the player. So I never understood why Gabriel was being benched. Do you remember? There was a period this season, not last season, this season, where he was playing Saliba and Kiwior, I think.
Yeah. No, it actually, no. I remember it was actually Ben White. No, it was Ben White. It was Ben White.
Yes.
And then Partey was not playing, but Partey was playing at the right back, which actually
and Tomiyasu was now. And then Tomiyasu was playing on. So that's what I'm saying.
The left side,
the Mikel Arteta is a genius in himself. Why?
Yeah.
He has created a playing style that is so versatile. Because, like, as you said, Ben White was playing center back at that time.
Yeah.
So if something happens to Gabriel, Ben White will just slot in there, right? And then we'll have a replacement for him on the right side.
But right? Partey? Are you confident having Partey by the play right now?
He's been, he has come back from injury. He's played 25 minutes, and he's been practicing right now during the whatever. And then we still have people like who by the who else can play at Ben White's side?
We have Cedric, but I'm not confident with Cedric. I'm not confident with Cedric at all.
But if Cedric, if he's playing only one good game, you see, like, the thing is, what I like about Arteta's system is he can surprise you. Like, what do you call it? At least I know Ben White is fit. So, and Ben White doesn't play the typical, what do you call it? Right back. Is it left? He plays right back. Yeah. He plays like Zinchenko. He's learned how to play like Zinchenko. He inverts. So because we know Kiwior has not mastered the inversion, so the inversion will be done on Ben White's side, so that we maintain Kiwior on this side, right? Yeah, and then now we can have Tomiyasu. You see, the good thing about being the center back, you don't have to run up and down. You just run until maybe to halfway the field, because we normally press. So for a center back, they rarely move to the front. You see, so I feel like Tomiyasu can cover for Gabriel, right? Yeah. He can cover for Gabriel, and he's very good with one-on-ones. Very good. I think he's the best. He's even better than Saliba in one-on-ones. If you've seen his statistics, he's very good in one-on-ones.
I think we have a couple of players who can actually play in Gabriel's position. Because for me, how I'd see now our backs being, I would see Ben White on the right hand side. Then the center backs would be Saliba and Kiwior or Tomiyasu, and then have now what's his name, Zinchenko, but on the left side. So I think, but anyway,
but if we bring Kiwior, at the center, if you bring Kiwior at the center, I don't trust Zinchenko against Man City. If it is another team, if it is Everton, if it is Crystal Palace, then I can trust that he's not the best, but he can manage defensively because
reliable,
we are dominating the ball. So he doesn't have to defend as much. But this is Man City. So if you're playing with Man City, we need a wall. And Kiwior, why? Okay, this is how I think the psychology of coaches is. When you're when you're playing consistently well, I reward you. I cannot, because I don't want you to fall back into your previous mindset of, I might have to go on loan because I'm not performing. Because the guys are already talking that Kiwior needs to go on loan because he's not performing, right? But Mikel Arteta, being the coach that he is, watches him in the training ground. He knew he just needs confidence. He just needs confidence, just like Kai Havertz. And you get confidence by playing minutes. You get confidence by playing minutes. So I think I cannot punish Kiwior, right? For playing the way he's been playing. That will sort of affect his confidence. The only reason that I could shift Kiwior to say center or play him differently is for the unpredictability, because the whole thing about Pep and Mikel Arteta is to be unpredictable, because the old school type of football was, we have a standard, say we play 4-4-2, so we have very strong defenders, very strong midfield, and they play the same way. But now every other team has video analysis. Every other team has a technical bench. There's somebody who just looks at the defense. There's somebody who just looks at the midfield. There's somebody who just looks at the striking, and they can nullify all your strengths by watching the videos and knowing how to cancel you out. Like right now, if I was not an Arsenal fan, or if I was playing against Arsenal, one of the things I think about nullifying that I know is very difficult to replace. At least I know in the defense, Mikel Arteta can do musical chairs. He has people he can play around and move around. And for example, Zinchenko has had some game time. He's played for his country. They qualified for the European the European qualifiers. They qualified. So he's come back with psych. So I don't think, in fact, if anything, I don't think our defense is that bad, right? But I know the weak point, Saka. There is no replacement for Saka. Odegaard playmaking. There is no replacement for Odegaard at the moment. Like the playmaking, the closest for playmaking is Juninho. But when Juninho is playing a team like Liverpool or Man City, sometimes he disappears because of the physicality. He's 32. If he gets somebody on his face like Rodri, he will not cope with the pressure. You understand? So that's why I'm saying Odegaard is overworked, because he's the one who makes us tick. If you look at the man of the match in Porto, the one who made us win, the one who created that super one pass, like Porto were perfect defensively. It was that one pass. Trossard was lost in the game, by the way. Just like even when I watched the Belgian game, by the way, Trossard he was lost. He's a good finisher, but now he gets lost in games. He doesn't. That's why I said he's a good impact player.
Kwame, back to the topic. Remember, but they're talking about injuries. Now, my question is this: you're talking about Trossard being lost, and you know that Martinelli, but we don't know if he's going to be available, but most likely he might not be available because of the injury. So definitely Trossard is also going to play on the left side. Then now we have Saka. Saka pulled out. He pulled out from the England squad because of an injury. So now, I mean, it's not looking good. Who will play in Saka's position? Say maybe now he's now out now. And remember, we're now facing Man City.
Okay. I've been seeing Reece Nelson working very hard in the training video. So I'm just hoping, because I told you Reece Nelson is fit right now. He'd been having injuries, but he's fit. He's been just playing. He just plays enough. He doesn't impact games. So I'm hoping he can have like a Bournemouth game. So I'm hoping that Master Mikel Arteta has told him, look, you've been you are a product of Haaland Academy. You've gone out on loan. You've performed, right? everybody is saying that you're a star, but people are not seeing you perform consistently. You are inconsistent. Show the world who you are, because you're playing for your shirt. You're playing for your shirt. I know it's now, of course, he doesn't say it in public, but I'm sure privately he tells him, look, I love you. You're one of us, but Arsenal is a big team. Right now you're playing for the shirt. If you don't perform, you have, by the way, Rhys Nelson is on an interview table. He has 10 games to prove himself, right? And if I'm hoping, you see, the good thing, me and you are not privy to what's happening in the training ground. But for God's sake, this guy has had 3 weeks to game plan for Man City. If there was a master stroke, if I was to have some form of genius to shock Man City, because you see, the predictability is that they have to play Saka. They don't trust Rhys. They have to play Saka. So I would want a situation where we surprise them, and Saka starts in the second half, and Rhys comes in and shocks us. He runs their legs off, because also Man City are tired. Most of their players are internationals. So because we are discussing the injuries. So what I'm thinking is the guys on the bench have to step up, because because we have UEFA Champions League. We are on the running for winning the UEFA Champions League, right? And all elite teams, the Real Madrids, Atleticos, and all that, they have like 2 people in every position. So we need to control the load. Nowadays they call it load management. Like, how much time do you give? Because, for you, if I can use your term, you like to say, we need legs, Kwame, we need legs. So we need to know how to preserve the legs. Like, we can't just make somebody Saka run, because Saka never misses any minute. He plays for the national team almost all the minutes. He plays for Arsenal all the minutes, and that is risky, because what will happen is we'll say, oh, Saka is strong. Then he gets an injury, he's out for 6 months because he plays every single minute. So that's the scary thing about how Arsenal has been operating. So the guys on the bench have to step up. If you're asking me what should happen, because remember, we are now at the business end of things. This is the time we need to rev up the engine and increase the energy. And the other thing that I wanted us to do, if you've seen from January, what has Mikel Arteta tweaked that has made Arsenal? Like, we were winning, but we were struggling before January. But you remember, from January, we are now scoring 6-0, 5-0, 4 something. And do you know why we have been doing that? We have started the first 15 to 20 minutes. We are like a bat from hell. We start with 110 kilometers per hour. Like, you can't cope with that pace. Everybody's running. By the time you're trying to figure yourself out, it's 2-0. I think that could be our surprising factor for the UEFA Champions League, for the Premier League. And if we can talk about this Sunday, because I know I've seen, like, Man City has been sort of sluggish. If you've been watching the last 3-4 games, they are experienced, but they're struggling to win. Like, they're not winning like the way Arsenal is winning.
Confidently, they're not winning.
They look lethargic. They look like they have got clay feet. They don't have that vigor. And you see, that's what happens when you win trebles. And now, to find the motivation and to win, you have to really work hard. So for me, I'm looking at Arsenal were kicked out of the Europa League. Of the Europa League last time. Is it the quarters, right? We were kicked out. And then now we lost the Premier League last minute. So we have a bone to crack with these guys. So now we just need to start the game very fast. And I think the good thing, Raya is not injured, and Raya will come with a lot of psych after Porto. So I think Raya makes us better in terms of, if you've noticed, like, as soon as he gets the ball, he releases it quickly, and Havertz is very good at
distribution.
Ball distribution. And it's not that we've changed so much. We've just tweaked. We've just made sure that before they are able to restructure their defense, we destabilize them by starting very quickly. So I think that could be part of the cards. And that's how we can preserve our legs. If we start very fast, you see, the beauty about us, if we score even 1-0, we can play like an Italian team. Of course, this is worst case scenario. We score 1-0, then we
Pack
just
the bus.
pack the bus, pack the bus. And this is not for every game. This is for games like Man City. Like
Man
you see right
City.
now, no one will care that Arsenal has scored 6-0, 4-0, 5-0 if we get kicked out of the UEFA Champions League. No one will care how we've been playing from January. All people care from now on is who is going to win. So if I know that if you ask anybody right now what is Arsenal's strength, they have a variety of goal scorers.
Mm-hmm.
They are starting games very fast, right?
Right.
Their pressure is crazy. There's nobody who's playing with a lot of like the pressure has like Arsenal right now. So let us play to our strengths. We know we are defensively sound. If it means that we score 1-0 and now meet them on the counter, so that's what I'm saying. Preventing conceding, just making sure, because you've seen when Man City scores first, they have an 88% chance of winning because they control the ball. So what they will do is come for the ball. You come for the ball, they hit you on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
So what we must do is make sure that we should not concede against Man City, right?
Yeah.
We should score fast. So if we score fast, then they are forced to do what? To attack us.
Mm-hmm.
And like everybody knows, when you try to attack Arsenal, they cut you open. You see?
Yeah.
So that's what I think Mikel Arteta will be focusing on. Like, don't concede. Because once they concede, Man City is very good at just controlling the ball. So you're just chasing, getting tired. Now, the problem with that is now also for the next games, you get tired running. So if you start fast, it might look crazy. But if you start very fast in the first 10 to 20 minutes, then you can change your game plan. I hit you on the counter. When I'm controlling the ball, and Arsenal are also very good at controlling the ball. So once we score you 2-0, then we just play slowly. Now it's you. You're the one who needs to win. So you need to chase the ball. So when you chase the ball,
that's I'm seeing this City game, man, is really in your head. You're really looking forward to it, man.
No,
really
I need to win because these guys, like, let me tell you, it's a new dispensation. It's a new dispensation. The governments are changing, man. My friend, right now, Arsenal is at the point. You know, we've been laughed at by Man United fans for the longest time. We've been laughed at by Chelsea. Now these guys are hiding under a rock, and they have become. Do you know some of the guys, the celebration police that is out there? Those are old Man United fans hiding behind a rock, and they say, Arsenal are celebrating. Those are the people hiding behind the rocks. So right now, let us be arrogant. When Man United was Man United, my friend, I just used to be like, shit, Man United again, Drogba again. So this is our time. So for me, really, this because I know this is a mental block we need to deal with.
Yeah. You know, Kwame,
yes.
You know, I just find this thing funny. You know, I'm seeing this.
All the revenge missions we've been talking about.
Yeah.
When I tell you, my friend, we are taking no prisoners. We are not laughing with people. I said that about Porto. I told you revenge mission. And I remember even on our caption for Kenya Gunners, we said revenge mission.
Yeah.
We took care of Porto. And until the coach was saying, oh, Arteta insulted me. What? He was like a crying baby. So that's what we need to do. We just need to embarrass people. But how do we embarrass them? On the pitch.
Yeah.
On the
pitch.
pitch.
You know, I just noticed, but this Man City game is so much in your head. We are talking about injuries. You just ended up going back to Man City. Anyway, it is what it is.
Okay, just to summarize.
Yeah.
Without belaboring the point, I said our main issue is that Odegaard and Saka. I believe Arteta has done his best for all other positions. Even if you see the good thing, worst case scenario for Martinelli, we have Trossard. He's not playing at his best, but also there was a time Odegaard was not playing at his best. But at least we have a world-class player in those other positions. We have Partey back. Partey and Rice in the same team will always be good, right? So the only place that I see,
but right now I'm not really confident with Partey because he's been rusty.
He's played 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they also had a closed door
Game with QPR.
Game with QPR.
Yeah.
Fine, they lost,
Yeah.
but remember, they were not playing with world-class players. They were
Yeah.
playing with kids. But he played for 65 minutes, and then we
So
don't
that
know
is
how
game
many
time.
other
Yeah.
we don't know how many other matches he's played in the
Yeah.
3 weeks. 3 weeks is a long time. Sometimes
Yeah.
even the what do you call it, preseason is not even 3 weeks. Sometimes preseason is 2 weeks. These guys have had 3 weeks. So for me, I think we are much stronger than we were last season. Much stronger. The only weak point, if you ask me in terms of injuries, is the Saka side and Odegaard. But you see, Odegaard is not injured.
Yeah.
So I'm only worried about Saka. But he has always shocked me. When they say, oh, Saka is injured, then you see him, he's in the first lineup.
Yeah. So listen,
He's
what
always
I'm saying
shocking.
is this. That's what I'm saying. You see, with these injuries, it's unclear. We don't know the extent of the injuries. We don't know how long these guys are going to be out. We could be here talking about injuries. When coming Sunday, we see these guys on the pitch. So we're just crossing fingers and hoping our best players, but they're available.
And worst case scenario, you know, it's not like the way in Zinchenko before, when he got injured, we had nobody. But right now, even if Reece Nelson has not been playing well, we still have him, right? So remember Kiwior, even I was beginning to think we need to send this guy on loan. He performs, we sell him. I was beginning to think that, but he's shocking everybody.
No, 100%.
He's shocking everybody. He's shocking everybody. The beauty about Reece Nelson is on a good day. On a good day, his pace is problematic. And I know without Kyle Walker, if I was Mikel Arteta, I'd tell him, look, you guy, you're a superstar. You just have to get it in your head that you're an Arsenal player. Don't hide behind Saka. Don't hide behind the shirt. I know you love the shirt, but forget about looking good and all that. Just go in there, terrorize that guy, because that guy, he's skillful and he's fast. So I know the same way like what they do to Zinchenko on one-on-ones, I believe Reece Nelson can do that to whoever will be defending on that side. Right? So for me, I think this is now what a football team is all about. And that's what Arteta has proved. Mikel Arteta is so good at Havertz. Who thought Havertz would be what he is now? That is Mikel Arteta and his team. That's what they do. They are very good at bringing out the best out of football players, more than most teams. Havertz, guys were like, oh, you guys have bought rubbish. Now Havertz, nobody can talk about Havertz. Kiwior was making mistakes. But that's what a coach does. If you listen to us and be like, oh, now we need to replace, just the way Man United behaves. They're like, they pout, oh, this guy's not playing, sell him, change coaches. That's not how you do it. You're supposed to put confidence in the players. So for me, if you are just to summarize, in terms of the injury part, I think based off the Tottenhams, the Liverpools and all that, I don't think our injury situation is as bad as some of those teams. The only thing is our run of games is difficult. We have Aston Villa's in there, we have Wolves, we have Fulham. We have some very, very difficult games, and we still have the UEFA Champions League. So that's what I'm worried about. How does Arteta balance the legs, and how does he make sure that when he's putting other guys, that they perform? Because I remember how we used to get kicked out of the Europa League. As soon as we put the Nketiahs and the Reeses, we lose. So now that's what Arteta is trying to figure out.
So I think we wrap it up on the injuries. We now go to the final part, which is now the did you know facts. I think you're the one to basically tell us a story about the did you know fact thing about did you know. It's basically something new, maybe to teach the audience, maybe something that nobody has ever heard. Go ahead, man.
So I think I talked a bit about some of those interesting facts. Normally, Arsenal, once the Arsenal of now, not the old Arsenal, the Arsenal now, when they go ahead, they win 65 to 70% of their games if they score fast. So that's a very interesting fact about Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
In terms of goal scoring opportunities in Europe, Arsenal has limited shots, direct shots on goal to its side. Like they have been dominating teams. You see, like when they prevented Haaland from having a shot on target the last time we played with them. Like Arsenal is the best, like I'd say, counter presser in the world right now. They suffocate. There's no other team that suffocates you more than Arsenal right now, right? Yeah, and of course we all know that. I mean, I don't know whether everybody knows, but Catalonia, it's a very small. Catalonia is a very small place in Spain, and Pep. It's like the way in wrestling, Dagestan is a very small part of Russia, close to Russia, and they produce the best wrestlers. Now Catalonia is like Nairobi, right? And they produce some of the best coaches. Pep, Mikel Arteta, arguably even the Leverkusen coach. Yeah, it's a small place, but sort of for some reason it produces very good footballers and coaches. So so that's an interesting fact.
It's just
that
like
some of the
it's just like coming back, looking at that analogy, coming back to Kenya, some of the best athletes come from the Rift Valley. People actually think by there. I've had the privilege of actually living in in a foreign country and interacting with foreigners. One of the most interesting things that what Kenyans are known for is running. So whenever you meet a guy, Kenya, running. That's the first thing that's the first thing that it comes to your mind. So, man, that's an interesting fact. So I think, man, we're 1 hour in. I think I would like to end this show. Kwame, thank you for tuning in. This episode one.
But don't. I don't want to seem like I'm the super fanatic. Assuming Saliba, is sulking somewhere because Deschamps, the French coach, was trying to put him down. I don't know why. Saka is watching, Odegaard, the Arsenal players. Maybe they're just chilling and they go through and they see Kenya Gunners. What would you tell them to give them morale for Sunday game? Like, so just what can you do as a pep talk? Assuming you're told, you Kenya Gunners, you are a diehard fan, come and talk, just like the way Arteta used the photographer who's been there for many years to give them a pep talk. Now you're a Kenya Gunner. You've been supporting Arsenal for most of your young life and adult life. And you're told, talk to these young kids and tell them, look, they can do this thing. What are you going to tell the Arsenal players? They have already been destroyed. So what will you tell them? Assuming you are in that dressing room and you've been given 3 minutes to make sure that when they go on the pitch, they're like, God, hey, that guy, man. Like, what can you tell them to make sure that they go there fearless, they go there, give their best, they go there and win? Remember, this is not home. This is away at Man City. Man City have not lost at home in the last 22 games. They have not lost at home. 22 games they have not lost at home. So this is a mountain. And even I know that if they don't win, it's not the end of the world. Because, Man City at home, very strong. So, but still, we can always break these curses and show the world that, look, this is a new dispensation. This is a new Arsenal team, that we are actually winners, right? These are kids, so they don't know about the heritage, the history. This is a new Arsenal with a new mindset. So what you give us the 3 minutes. I know the time we've been talking for long.
I'll even keep it short.
Just 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. Just speak into they say the universe. Speak into the universe. Speak, because I mean, Man United have been speaking arrogantly for years. Speak to these guys.
I get you, Kwame. So right now, by the way, if these guys are actually watching Kenya Gunners TV right now, I mean, it's simple. You guys are the best players right now in the world. Saliba, man, is one of the best. You're one of the best defenders that we've actually seen. You and Gabriel Magalhaes form one of the best partnership in the world right now. Saka, you're a world-class player. Reece Nelson, Smith, I know you've been having injuries and whatnot, but man, I know you guys. We know what you guys are capable of doing. We know what you guys are capable of doing. Just go there, do what you need to do, relax. Just have it in your mind that you've beaten these guys
Have
twice
fun.
this season. The most important thing that I want these guys, but they to have at the back of their mind is that they've beaten these guys twice.
Yeah.
We beat these
And
guys.
let me interject you a little bit. Champions look forward to such games.
Exactly.
If you're a champion, you're not saying, "Oh, I want to look for Crystal Palace. I want to look for Sheffield United." Champions want the big games. They want the Real Madrid. They want the Barcelona, so that they can prove to the world they're the best. And I believe Arsenal are the best. So they should be looking forward to it, not scared. Looking forward.
Not scared. Exactly. That's the word. Don't be scared of Man City. Don't be scared of De Bruyne. Don't be scared. Saliba, man. Don't be scared of Haaland, man. We know what you did against Haaland, man. You had this game in your pocket. Twice. So go out there, go do your thing. We'll be here watching. We'll be here rooting for you guys. You know what you need to do. Come on, you Gunners. Let's do this. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Thank you, Dom, man.
All right,
that's a good way to close the video. Yeah,
man. So, thank you for pulling up. I think this is a first show by the Ghana's Galore show podcast. So that's it from me. I think I'll be ending the stream, and I'll be seeing you on the next.
How many guys are on the stream, by the way?
Well, for these are not going live on YouTube, but on Facebook we had like 20 guys tuning in. So I think next time actually, by the way, just fix your Facebook so that when you're going live, you're also able to go live and people, because you had some very, very interesting analysis. I really wish guys on Facebook would be able to see exactly who's giving this analysis. So yeah, Kwame, man, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, bro, I'll be seeing you on the next one. Come on, you Gunners, you guys on Facebook. Come on.